Hi, Facebook friends and everybody in the world. It's Denise Otten with Autoimmune Talk, and today we have a special guest. We're going to talk to Rob from Europe, and he's going to give you his testimony on how I helped him to change and heal his autoimmune hepatitis and many other different autoimmune issues that he had after 12 years on prednisone and the doctors telling him he was going to die early. He basically, I'll let him tell you a story. He's more fun at it. And in general, in short, he was 18 when he found out that he had autoimmune hepatitis. He was about 28 when he found me. And at 30, he was completely off all his meds. And you got to meet him. He's my favorite guy. He's like a son to me. Gorgeous, brilliant. He's a chemist. You just can't go wrong. He's got it all. He's on Skype, so we're going to turn it around. And we're going to do this. Me, and then... There he is. Say hello. Say hello to the Facebook land.
Hello, world. How are you doing?
So instead of seeing my face, I want you to see Rob. And if you could just do me a favor and tell everybody how it is that you found my book, Curing Courtney, and why did you look for it?
Actually, I found your YouTube video first. You were on a talk show, and it was about 4 years ago, and I watched the video, and then after a while I bought your book, which was about like half a year later, and I was on prednisone and on Imuran for about 13 years, from my 18th till my 30th, something around that. Yeah. And so I started the protocol, and I went on a gluten-free diet, a dairy-free diet. I took the supplements, the lipoic acid,
yes,
the milk thistle, the Manatech products, and the selenium, and a few others. And I weaned off the medication, and my liver enzymes stayed within normal range. And it's been about 3 years when I'm off the medication, and my liver enzymes have pretty much been all the time been close to normal. And I'm feeling really good and really healthy.
Now, how old are you now? I forgot. How old are you now?
I'm 32 now.
Okay.
I got off the medication in 2013, so I was 29 when I got off the medication.
So you were off the medication. I thought you were off the medication. Okay. My numbers were that you were on prednisone for 12 years.
Yeah, 12 or 13 years. Yeah, it must be 12 years.
Yeah.
So I got off the medication in 2013. In I think it was October or September in 2013, and never been on medication anymore. And actually I feel a lot better now being off medication than while being on medication, because
obviously
I had a lot of side effects from the medication.
Yeah, and what did your doctors tell you? Because that's what I found fascinating. That, well, actually, and let me just say this. Wait, I met Rob when he was on the medication, and he was really upset about that. How was this possible? Because the doctor said I wasn't going to be able to survive. And I said, of course you will. But he said, but I left my job. So tell everybody about that.
I had to switch doctors because my doctor didn't want to get me off the medication. But I had like so many side effects, which came later. I had constant dizziness, and I had a stomach problem, and the doctors couldn't really help me with this. They prescribed me antacid drugs, but they weren't effective, and so I wanted to go off the medication to see if my symptoms were from the long-term prednisone and Imuran use. That's when I started reading your book, and the diet was the most profound effect, because the diet, it just increased my energy so much, and the gluten-free diet, because gluten has been such a bad effect on my symptoms. So I had like these eczema rashes, I had like a lot of acne and a lot of just feeling really tired and not feeling really well. And when I got off when I got on the diet, I felt really energetic and really good, and yeah, it improved a lot.
I have to go on air now. I'm focused on me for a second because I want to show everybody. I want to tell everybody how important it is not only to get on the diet, not only to get on the vitamins. I am now counseling people because I've helped Robert and so many like him. I'm now counseling people professionally, so you can actually call on me for my services like I did with Robert. And if you could please tell people how often we spoke. When you were getting well, we spoke, I guess, every week. And I think it was really important to note that I never let go of you, even when you just didn't believe this was going to work.
Yeah, well, there were lots of components, and you helped me a lot with not only with the supplements, but also with like other things like hydration and magnesium. Magnesium has helped me a lot, so that has. So it was not only the Bergson protocol, but it was like also these other things around it. But also what I found very important is getting your emotional well-being in order, because I think like emotion has been like a huge trigger for autoimmune disease, and many people who have autoimmune disease have like lots of emotional instability, and
Right.
so yeah, that's like the body and mind that they get together in a way.
Right, right. And that's why we were talking all the time, all the time. It's really important to have somebody by your side in your home or your family base, but also that's where I come in, where you can just like call me or text me, because sometimes you just don't believe in the beginning. Did you really believe it was going to work, or were you doubting who the heck was Denise and what the heck is this protocol? The doctors told me I was going to die, so...
Yeah, well, I was monitoring my blood every 2 weeks when I was going off the medication. So I went off the medication very slowly, and I could have maybe got off it a lot slower because I went off the prednisone in like 6 weeks or something.
Yeah, it was too fast. Yeah, it was too fast.
10 milligrams to 0 in like 6 weeks, so it was way too fast.
Yes.
But yeah, I had to switch doctors 2 times because one doctor didn't want to assist me in getting off the medication, and another doctor, well, that was the second doctor. The other doctor didn't want to treat my stomach problems.
Right.
The next doctor didn't want to get me off the medication, so then I went to a third doctor, and he was willing to monitor my blood every 2 weeks, and then wean off the medication.
And so if you could tell somebody who's in the same situation as you were, just to support them, to say, like, what would you tell them when you know that the doctor's wrong, but you know that the doctor is really scaring you to stay on the medication because he doesn't know a thing about it? What would you say to them to make them feel confident to stay on the protocol and wean off when it shows that your numbers are very low?
Yeah, and just keep monitoring your blood. Just don't do anything rash. Just go slowly, and just keep checking your blood and see if the numbers go up or down, and yeah, just take it slowly. That's what I have done. Just yeah. But my numbers were already, the medication brought the numbers down, and the dietary changes and the supplements, they kept them down. So
right.
That was
right.
Yeah.
And I actually, sometimes funny things happen when you have a rapport with somebody for a year. And after about a year, I found out you had left your job at about 28 years old. You left your job and you sold all your possessions because you thought you were going to die young. And you went to travel the world.
Well, I was feeling really bad at the time. Yeah, I'd left my job because I lost about 20 pounds of weight, and I was feeling really dizzy, and I had so much stomach ache, and I just felt so bad, and I had to move as well. So.
And then you got well.
It's kind of a hard time. So I was like, is the medication doing this to me? Because my liver enzymes were normal, and all my blood work was normal. So people didn't really find out what was wrong with me. So I made the conclusion that it was the medication.
Right.
Probably. I wanted to figure out if the medication was giving me all these side effects.
Right.
And
But my point is that you eventually said, oh my gosh, I'm feeling perfect now and I have to go back to work.
yeah, well, what's perfect? I can tell you that's like how I'm feeling right now is the best I've ever felt in decades, really.
Wow. Wow.
But it's been like like a bit of a roller coaster. But
That's
like
beautiful.
the last few months has been I'm feeling really really good. But the last 3 years I've been feeling really good.
It's
yeah,
just getting better and better.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
That's great. And so I just want everybody, now you understand why I say this guy is really, he's like a hero. He just didn't take no for an answer. And he wanted to be well, and he figured out everything, and he researched. And now it's so great. Now anytime you want to come to New York, you have a place to stay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But I want to just commend you for your just incredible research. And you just didn't stop. You just didn't stop. That's so important. Tenacity, stick-to-itiveness.
And you don't have an option. You just want to get better, basically.
Yeah.
So when you're sick, you're just trying to figure out. And if you don't get help from a regular doctor, you're just trying to find it elsewhere. And I've found your protocol being very effective in keeping these numbers down.
Good.
So
Good.
yeah, feeling
Wow.
really good. So yeah.
Well, thanks so much for taking the time. I know it's really late out there, but you stayed up enough to talk to people in Facebook and in the world. And I send you big hugs and kisses. Keep it up. Keep up the good work, and spread the word. And hopefully, here's a little tip, Facebook users. Robert and I are going to be doing a book for European reading, hopefully in German, so that people in Germany can be able to read the book, Curing Courtney, and get direct help from Robert. So, have a great day. Enjoy yourself, Facebook readers. Stay tuned for the next testimony. That was a biggie. That was somebody having had it for 12 years. And they are off drugs and all kinds of medications. And as you can see, he's healthy and beautiful. And he's employed again. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in, and tune in for the next week. I'm going to have another testimony. Have a great one. Bye. Love you guys.